And welcome, I say, waving my hand at my...
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
We are doing our most anticipated games of 2016. Yeah. These are games that we more or less know for sure are coming out in 2016 that we actually care about, which means certain games are not on the list because reasons.
Well,
Okay.
we either
Either
hate,
we're not
we either
sure
are
or
not
we don't
interested
care.
in them, or
We're just not sure
We
of the
hate
release
them.
date. Well, there's like games.
Okay.
There's games that we like that are like we're excited for that aren't necessarily like they have a firm 2016 release date. These are more or less games that have a firm-ish 2016 release date.
Firm.
Firm-ish.
Firmish.
firm as my dick.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm really fucking excited for MLB 16, the show, for the Vita.
When do we
Fuck
tell?
you.
When do we tell them that's not coming out on the Vita?
When do we tell them that the Vita's
What?
dead?
This is when Jack starts crying and goes off into the distance.
Wait, hold on. What's a Vita?
You and one of those.
I don't know. What's the Vita was a busted up skull I saw on Xenoblade.
All right. Before we get off to, before someone goes off on a tangent about how, fucking food are better than, I don't know, just holes.
What?
What? Let's start our list at
We
a.
should probably talk about one of the games that's coming out like really soon.
Let's start with Tharsis then, because that comes out on Tuesday,
Oh, okay.
which is why I wanted to do this list like ASAP. Tharsis is a choice provision game coming out for PS4 and Steam on the 12th of January, which is, like I said, Tuesday. It's sort of like a board game-ish style. It's like strategy based with dice is like what they... It's like, what is that, like press line? It's like strategy game with dice and cannibalism.
Well,
Basically, it's like the first man trip to Mars, and shit goes down, and so you have to try and survive. Like it's 10 rounds. You have to survive the trip there, and so there's like a bunch of stuff that happens, and shit's going down, and like an option to survive is to cannibalize crew members. And it's like
I love eating people.
it's like a big selling point and all that, and it looks really cool. They've been working on it for a couple of years, and it ties into a game they released last year called Laser Life. The astronaut in Laser Life is actually one of the astronauts that gets injected out into space after like the initial mishap that happens in Tharsis. So they're tied together and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I really like choice provision games, so I'm excited for it.
You don't say.
I don't say enough at least.
just said a lot.
I did say a lot. Speaking of choice provision games, Mini Visions, which is like it's like one of the guys that works that's in choice provisions who makes his own games. Like, what was it, 2014, he came out with Motive for the 3DS and PC, Steam, and then like a bunch of other systems after that, including Wii U, PS4, Vita, and did he do an Xbox version? I don't think so. I don't think they did an Xbox One version. Anyway, Swodev, which is like an arcadey style, like Mario Bros. Fun. Everyone here enjoyed it, except for like, I don't know, Jack.
What?
They're coming out with a sequel called Space Dave, which is set up more like Galaga and like Missile Command style, where you have to protect, like you're protecting ground, and then aliens are coming down, and you're like it's a shoot 'em up, more or less. Yeah. And it's like I know it's confirmed for 3DS and Steam, I believe. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come out on similar systems that Wodave came out on.
The words "shoot 'em up" immediately pique my interest.
I'm pretty sure I've shown you like trailers for it.
Oh yeah, I remember liking what I was seeing.
Yeah, so I'll like show you again, but it's definitely like something to be excited about, for my opinion. If you like Wodave, like the line they use is it's for people who liked Wodave and people who did not like Wodave, because it's completely different, but it's like very like kind of similar to Wodave. That's stuff I'm excited for. Definitely.
I guess we should probably move on to another game that's going to be coming out within the next couple of weeks. Is there anything coming out after that, but before Street Fighter V? Because if not, that's our next topic.
Street Fighter V.
Street Fighter V comes out on the 22nd of the month.
22nd. Not
in January.
It should be.
I don't know. I don't know why I said January so weird, but
It should be. I thought Street Fighter was coming out in February.
yeah, I was gonna say.
It should be February 7th.
It says
Or something.
February 16th.
February 16th.
Oh.
Close enough. Fire Emblem comes out.
Fire Emblem comes out.
Yeah, Fire Emblem
But
comes out.
Mighty Number 9 comes out before both of those.
No one cares about Mighty Number 9.
I care about Mighty Number 9. What the fuck?
You're wrong.
All right, so which one of these should we talk about then?
Mighty Number 9.
All right, we'll talk about Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9, I believe, actually, we talked about this last year because it was supposed to come out last year. So, to mention it again, it is Keiji Inafune's new project, which is the spiritual successor to Mega Man, and looks really great. It's going to be coming out for like all the current gen systems. It's got the HD graphics and the Mega Man gameplay. There's supposed to be some like elements that. What the fuck? I really should have had a tab open.
Yeah, you should have.
Listen,
What's
I
the
didn't actually
game
prepare
like?
correct.
What's the game like? Cloud? What's the game like?
It's Mega Man. It's a Mega Man game.
What's different about it?
I don't
You
fucking
jump
know.
and shoot, and you shoot
Cloud-
watermelons.
Oh, Cloud died. Anyway,
Yep.
did that affect the call, like the recording at all?
Is it still going? Yes, it is.
Okay. The new mechanic that's different from Mega Man is you can dash through enemies, and Cloud is still dead. I guess we'll talk about
Yeah.
it later. Cloud or not Cloud? Fuck, Cloud. Stop.
It's okay. Nothing of value was lost.
Jack.
Yes?
You said you were excited for it too, right?
Mighty Number 9?
Yeah.
I mean, I was at one point, but at this point, it's been, like, taking so fucking long to come out, and, like, I don't know, I've seen gameplay of it, and it looks alright, but I'm not like, oh my god, I need this game, like, right now! You know? It looks alright.
That's like my opinion. Well, then again, I was never like super stoked. I was like, oh, it's Mighty Number 8.5. Okay. Anyway, I mean that was like Cloud's entry. Honestly, that was like his one. And I think he's dead forever at this point, more or less. We'll hear more from my leg from Cloud later on. And he was the only one that was stupid excited about Street Fighter V and Poketekken or whatever. Unless you are so excited.
Street Fighter V looks pretty good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I will at some point get it.
Yeah, it's not a day one purchase, but I'll probably get it at some point for a cheaper price.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably end up borrowing it, as soon as it gets traded in, and be like, alright, I'm gonna play this for a little bit. Thanks, Haley. And she'll be like, alright, Cloud.
So how much did I miss?
We talked a little bit about Mighty Number 9, and then we skipped over to Street Fighter V, but if you have something you want to add to Mighty Number 9, now's your chance.
Fucking probably nothing.
We talked about the dashing mechanic.
Yeah.
And then I asked Jack how excited he was, and he was like, "The hype has died down." And I was like,
A little bit, yeah.
That kind of comes when they decide, hey, we have to delay this game. That's like, oh.
like 12
Yeah.
billion times. All right, so we're talking about Street Fighter V. Then go.
That game looks gorgeous, and I'm also glad that the whole concept where they originally were going to turn off a lot of people where it was like there's going to be a lot of DLC, but you'll also just be able to unlock everything too, so you don't have to actually buy any of it.
It's not like Capcom's usual DLC practices this time around.
Which is good because Capcom can be pretty fucking stupid about that.
Hey, we've had some role reversals. Konami is the one on the hot seat, and
Konami's on the hot seat,
and Capcom's doing all right. I mean, they released Resident Evil Revelations 2 last year, and that did a lot of people like that. I think they might have done something else. I mean, they got the Mega Man Anniversary Collection coming out for a couple different systems.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
Capcom has become good guy Capcom.
Yeah, good guy Capcom. More or less.
I wouldn't say good guy Capcom. They do still do their stupid stuff, but they have become half decent guy Capcom.
They haven't done as much stupid stuff over the last about a year now, I would say. They haven't really done anything that's oh, why'd you fucking do that, you little turd. Speaking of fighting games, I say...
Speaking of fighting games...
Yeah, now you can talk about your bad Pokemon game.
You know, I don't even have to be a part of this if you don't want.
Well, you can talk about it.
Yeah?
Yeah? No?
Yeah.
No?
He's just... Oh, okay.
Maybe?
I don't get it.
I mean...
All right.
I'll say a word about it. Okay, nope, go ahead.
He was looking for his tabs.
Pokken Tournament is supposed to be coming out soon-ish, and actually,
March.
as of this video, they haven't revealed it yet, but apparently they're going to be revealing yet another character. They've got a decent roster of about 12 characters so far, quite a few unusual picks. It's been in arcades in Japan for a while now, but it's actually going to come out on the Wii U, which everybody knew that was coming. That's going to be coming out, in March, which I'm pretty excited for because Pokemon in new genres has been an interest for me. I like picking up Mystery Dungeon. I still have to try out, what the fuck is it called? Pokemon Conquest, because that's an interesting title. And, now there's going to be a Pokken Tournament, which is, Tekken-style gameplay in Pokemon. It looks great. In arcades, it looks gorgeous, but I'm sure it's going to be a little bit toned down. Personally, I'm excited because of the roster. Personally, I'm excited because of the roster. The roster is just unusual. You have shit like Suicune in there and Gengar.
I don't care about it because of the roster. No Shuckle. What the fuck?
We have a Pokemon game on Wii U. Quick, get Pokemon Stadium or Coliseum.
Oh. Yeah, right. You wish.
What was I going to say? I'm not a huge Tekken guy, at all. But I'll probably get it at some point because it's Pokemon and it looks interesting enough.
That's probably why I also don't care because it's Tekken. And I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, I really don't. Really not a big fan of Tekken, but I'll probably get it at some point.
I am actually probably the one person in the group that actually likes fighting games enough to be interested in them. Quite, in general. I know that Jack wants to cut in and be like, hey now, but the truth of the matter is Jack doesn't really have a wider scope of interest in them as much as I do.
That is true, actually. I'm not going to deny that at all.
But Justin,
he has his niche favorites, but I actually I like them as a genre.
But Justin likes it the most.
Yeah, Justin. Well, Justin likes Mortal Kombat.
I was going to say he likes Mortal Kombat and what else?
Lexington's Quest, the fighting game.
Because I could tell you, I enjoy Mortal Kombat, I enjoy Street Fighter, I'm going to enjoy Pokken Tournament. I think Tekken's pretty cool. Soul Calibur is great. I still need to try Blaze Blue, and I still need to try Guilty Gear, and I would like to try Skullgirls. I have an interest in the genre.
I only ever play Mortal Kombat because everything else is filled with tourney fags.
Mortal Kombat has just as many tourney fags as any other fighting game.
Yeah, but I can actually beat the shit out of them.
Oh, I'm sure. That was sarcasm.
I'm sure he could destroy you, Jack.
I mean, I'm sure he could.
About as likely as it is for any of us to be able to go head-to-head with anyone competitive in Marvel vs. Capcom.
I could do it. Watch me.
Go beat Justin Wong.
I'll shoot him in the foot, and then we'll see how he does. Or his hand.
Oh.
So I think that's about all we need to really say about Pokken Tournament and Street Fighter V. What's the next game to talk about?
I don't know. Justin, you pick one.
I think I know which one you would pick. Is it Waifu Simulator 2016?
Which one?
The one where the one where you get to play as someone that you create, and you get to go all over the place and kill people in the name of whatever you decide, because you get to pick a side.
So
Talk about Fire Emblem.
So XCOM?
Oh,
No.
I thought you were talking about the game where you when you said play as your waifu or whatever like that. I thought you were talking about the game where you fuck them.
Not quite.
So XCOM 2?
I was talking about Fire Emblem. That's fucking with laser blast and shit.
So XCOM 2?
I don't know. Do you want to talk about XCOM 2?
We can do that. I'd rather I'd save Fire Emblem for later.
We can talk about XCOM 2.
Because I'll be talking as long as my play data.
Which is 0 right now?
Also, it's one of the games that we'll actually all probably talk about.
Oh. So, about the only one who really knows, besides like these two, in terms of like actually watching me do the LP, about XCOM is Landon, since he's actually played Enemy Unknown.
And I played UFO Defense. I have that one on Steam.
Yeah. I've actually got the entire series since I actually got the full pack for it. And I have Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within. So I'm pretty much going into XCOM 2 expecting pretty much anything at this point, because I know I'm going to play the game, and I'm almost guaranteed to get my ass fucked at some point. Because since they've changed the rules where everyone's first playthrough of XCOM is the canon route.
I still haven't lost yet.
Soon. But yeah, aliens are evil, and they hate you even more than they used to, which I thought was impossible. But no, they found a way. Because now they have an enemy that can mind control you the very first time you encounter it. It's like, what the fuck? I hate you so much. It's like, you remember the Sectoid? Remember how they had 3 health bars and how they were pretty pitiful? And it wasn't until you got around the Sectoid Commander that you could start getting mind controlled. It's like, nope. Now Sectoids have like 6 health bars, and they can mind control you as soon as you meet them. It's like, god damn it. But obviously the stakes are higher because of the new setting. The aliens are more bullshit than ever. But you also have new ways to kind of counter it. Basically, the entire game seems like it's trying to one-up itself and doesn't know how to stop. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but that means that it's going to have some crushing difficulty. Landon, what are your overall thoughts of just like the series as a whole?
Like, I like the games. I'm not very good at them. But like, since they rebooted it, like, I got pretty far. Like, I never got to finish it because other stuff came up. But Enemy Unknown, like, I got a good chunk of the way through. And like, I'm interested in XCOM 2. Like, when they announced it, I was interested in it. But like, I don't have a PC that can run it, so I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, the only gripe with people who may have been console players for the first XCOM is that the second game is PC only. Thus far, I don't know if it's ever going to get ported or not.
If it does get ported, I'd definitely pick it up.
If anything, it'd most likely be ported to the PS4 and Xbox.
Yeah, although it could work really well on the Wii U, but no one wants to touch that.
Actually, Now that I think about it, the Wii U probably could have maybe like a radar or something on the bottom.
Yeah, they could do a whole lot of stuff with the gamepad. Honestly, the Wii U would be great for strategy games if they decided to ever put one on it. But,
They did it with Pikmin.
yeah, well, Pikmin's one thing, but I mean, like another like a real time strategy or like an XCOM style.
Actually, the Wii U, just for the gamepad alone, is probably the only console that would actually probably work half decently with a fucking strategy game because of the fact that it's more like they're more computer games because you have to like click and shit. But with a gamepad, you can kind of almost simulate like a mouse.
You could just tap and drag and shit with the touchpad, touchscreen.
But anyway, tangent is off now. But yeah, XCOM 2 is definitely something I'm looking forward to. I don't know whether or not I'm looking forward to the higher difficulty because there definitely is one. But it seems like XCOM has more than enough to actually, counter that. It always looks hopeless the first time around because you don't know what you're going to face next.
Definitely.
Anyway, next topic.
Hey, Jack, what about Uncharted 4?
Hey, Uncharted 4 looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it fucking does. How about it coming out on my birthday?
Hey.
Remember when it was supposed to come out last year? And then they're like, lol.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to come out in March of this year. And they're like, lol, nope. And then they're like,
for those who don't know.
Lol.
For those who don't know, Landon's birthday is April 26th. My birthday is the day before. So it comes out one day after my birthday.
Hey, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, it is. But, the day of would be nice.
Shut up. Only one of us could have a day off.
Oh, okay.
And it's the guy who has a birthday on a Friday, which is a day games come out sometimes on. Or Tuesday.
Your birthday's I was gonna say your birthday's on
or
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday, Sundays. Those are the days games tend to come out.
Games don't really come out on Sundays anymore.
Not really, but I mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Pokemon comes out on Sundays.
Yeah, so some games still do.
It's usually
Nintendo games.
Yeah, Nintendo.
I was gonna say Nintendo used to
Do some.
Nintendo used to do Sundays all the time, but then there was that one weekend where the anniversary of 9/11, the 10th anniversary of 9/11 was on a Sunday, and Star Fox 64 3D was supposed to come out on that day, and they were like, let's not make our game about fucking flying planes and shooting other planes.
Come out
on 9/11. So they decided to do it on a Friday, and ever since then
They've been doing Fridays.
they just been doing Fridays.
They did Smash Brothers for Wii U also on Sunday too.
No, that was a Friday. I specifically remember that.
That was a Friday?
Yeah, that was
Friday. I remember because I got that at midnight, and I went down to my friend's college that weekend.
No, yeah, it's like Fridays are a little bit more convenient nowadays. They did Sundays because of
kids skipping school.
Yeah, kids skipping school, and then Fridays now are like the weekend. So
yeah.
But Uncharted 4.
It looks good.
It was Friday.
I'm a big Uncharted guy.
It's so good that you can't have it.
That's actually they put out the new Pokemon at the same time, so that's the first time I remember them putting out a Pokemon game on a Friday too.
Yeah, they've been moving to Fridays now that we're off. But now we're off that subject for good. We can have our own video discussing that. Disgusting. That was disgusting.
Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 looks good. Story looks delicious. Madagascar.
Something. His brother.
Something. Tom Nook's in there too. I don't know. I still need to play through 2 and 3 and Golden Abyss, but
I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Okay.
They're gonna kill off Sully at the end of the game.
Oh my god, I'd kill you.
Because you know what? It's probably gonna be the last Uncharted game, and Sully's really fucking old.
No,
so I wouldn't be surprised.
What they said is it's the last Uncharted game with Nathan Drake in it. Not necessarily the last Uncharted game, but the last.
Yeah, but if they decide to do them with if they decide to do one without Nathan Drake, you know they're not going to put Sully in that.
Well, no, unless they do, and he's just like some kind of mentor again.
You know, if you're gonna do a protagonist, but you don't necessarily have to kill off the side characters.
No, you can still use the side characters, or you can
Like
make
I said, it was
about
just
the side characters. Sully's the main character now.
Sully's quest.
Sully's quest. Sully's story. This is Nathan Drake's quest. There. That's the Lexine's quest tie-in. Hey Jack.
Yes.
What about Shantae?
Shantae, I want it to come out now, but it won't.
It's like this and one other title on our list are like the only ones that don't have a firm date. Well,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky kind of does, but this one's like soon. TM.
Oh, speaking of
say,
Shantae, don't let Jack buy you a Shantae game.
Please don't.
I'm sorry. It's literally the...
It's funny. It's okay.
For those who don't know, for Christmas I got landed the Japanese physical copy of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
For the 3DS.
For the 3DS.
Not knowing that the 3DS is region locked.
No,
when I bought it for him... No, I didn't... See, I knew, but I didn't realize it until like a week later. And I was just like, oh, shit.
Oh, well.
Yeah, oh well. I mean... What was I going to say?
Something Shantae.
Something. I really liked Half Genie Hero.
You really liked it?
I'm really dumb. Also, did you know this?
You really liked
I'm also from the future. I'm from the future.
You can see the future.
I can see the future.
You really liked Pirate's Curse.
Yes, I really liked Pirate's Curse. It was my game of the year, and it was my game of the year, and you know, it's I really like the way Half Genie Hero looks, like graphics wise, and I'm sure gameplay wise, it's going to be really fun too. And blah blah blah. Way Forward is really great developer. I don't know stuff. It looks fun.
No, it's definitely like they changed the pixel like sprites, the sprite work to
they're doing like hand drawn animations now.
Hand drawn HD animations, which like
and it looks amazing.
Although I do have a soft spot for the pixel sprites, but you know, whatever. The HD is going to look better on the Wii U. Like the pixel sprites look really good on the 3DS, and it kind of looked a little off-putting on the Wii U, honestly. But the hand spriting like will look a lot better on the Wii U than the pixel sprites. Something Shantae.
Wasn't that the same case with like fucking what was that one game with the chick?
Mighty Switch
Mighty
Force?
Switch Force. Yeah.
Which was another Way Forward game.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what game I'm looking forward to? Mighty Switch Force Academy, when that comes out on something other than PC.
Yeah.
While we're talking about games that are never coming out ever, want to talk about Yooka-Laylee?
Yeah. Yooka-Laylee is, if you already know what fucking Yooka-Laylee is, everyone knows what Yooka-Laylee is.
It's an instrument.
Yooka-Laylee is an instrument, and
it is the spiritual successor to the Banjo-Kazooie games, because, you know, those are fucking dead, and God knows Microsoft isn't going to bother to bring them back.
Microsoft killed it in the most unusual way possible by switching the genre around.
And, you know, they're trying to go back to the roots of what made Banjo-Kazooie so great for a lot of people. They got Grant Kirkhope. I'm not sure if he's doing just the theme song or, like, the whole soundtrack. I really hope he does the whole soundtrack because he's a fantastic composer. There isn't really, like, a whole lot to say about it right now because there's not, like, any gameplay footage or anything yet. There's just, like, a bunch of, like, concept images.
Which is why I shoehorned it in with Shantae.
Yeah. I don't even know why I said that because it's probably not gonna come out this year.
Which is why I shoehorned it in with Shantae.
Yeah.
Hey, Cloud.
Yes.
What about Star Fox Zero?
Oh. Well, Star Fox Zero. That's a game.
Yeah, what about it? What's your
Next.
hype level? 1 from 10, how hype are you?
To be honest, nothing is a 10 for me this year, but
So, like, 5?
I'd say it's about a 6, we'll say. It looks great. Now that's actually coming along, because when they first showed it off, it looks almost like an N64 game.
Okay, it didn't look that fucking bad. Jesus Christ. I see people complaining about that game's graphics all the time. It's just like, good.
Complaining.
Complaining?
But let's definitely say that it looked simplistic and empty at first.
It didn't look amazing, but come on.
It's improved.
No, it's looking great. I like the fact that you have like the walker and how you can switch between the two. It looks like it's gonna it's gonna go back to basics. It's not gonna be all like the weird shit that we were seeing for like a while.
Although I'll be honest, that's more of a fucking chicken walker than ATSD is.
It's true that.
True. So I'm definitely interested in it because I didn't get to play Star Fox 64 yet. I still need to, but I really, really liked the original, and Star Fox Zero really reminds me of the older games, not so much the newer ones. So I'm interested in it.
Well, it's certainly better than Adventure.
We don't talk about that.
That game doesn't exist.
I prefer to pretend that it doesn't.
What a fucking way to introduce a new character through probably the shittiest game in the series.
It wasn't even supposed to be a Star Fox game. It was a different game, and then they were like, let's just throw Star Fox characters in this so that it'll sell.
So what, does Crystal, like, completely, like, ignoring everything about her from Adventure and just ending up in Arwing, like, is that just what they did?
Yeah,
For Assault, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? What happened to all that backstory?
What it like kind of fell into Sonic 06 plot and like
Shit. We're going too far. We have to abandon ship.
Hey Justin,
What?
you like waifus?
I do. Who doesn't?
What's your favorite waifu?
My all-time number one favorite waifu is still Neptune.
She's getting a new game for the PS4, right?
Well,
Number 7.
yes, the better Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, all right. What about it?
Well, if any of you have played Victory or pretty much any other Neptunia game, although preferably Victory because it's still using that system, you'll know that Neptunia is it's definitely an RPG, but it's kind of like those, like, instead of like turn-based, you kind of, well, it is turn-based, but you like move around as opposed to just sitting in one spot. So those type of games where you kind of like position yourself. Some of them are really well, actually, I think they're all really difficult in their own way. So you kind of have to have a little bit of patience with that series because it's bullshit hard sometimes. But I honestly, I still think that its greatest charm is simply the fact that it's all about video game culture and all the jokes and memes that go with it. Like, honestly, I think if Neptunia wasn't about video game culture, I honestly probably would have brushed it off as just a generic RPG. Because that's pretty much the most standout thing it has, and apparently it's worked so far because it's apparently so big that Final Fantasy apparently Bravely Second fucking references it in a tutorial.
There you go.
So it's like, wow, even fucking Square Enix is acknowledging this game. But I'm mostly looking forward to the next forms, which is Super Saiyan 2 for everybody, since everybody can be stupidly powerful in the Neptunia series if you're a goddess anyway. But apparently they needed to one-up themselves, and now they have a second form that goes after their goddess form. So we pretty much made the joke that they've gone Super Saiyan 2, and no doubt the next game, since Neptune is always the main character, is going to have a form only she can access that's pretty much Super Saiyan 3.
I'd play that.
But I just wonder what the form would look like. If you love waifus, and love titties because that game has plenty of it. Not quite to the extent of Senran Kagura, but pretty close. Then I think this would be a good game, especially if you're as nerdy as all of us and just like video game culture in general. Because, is there really another game out there that really references video games as much as this does?
It depends on the game, but Disgaea is very reference heavy. But that's about it.
Borderlands has a lot of references, but it's not like
it's not like a literal tribute to video game history as a whole, because to be quite honest, Neptunia series disguises itself as an anime game, but is literally a tribute to video game history.
I honestly think some of the best moments were the Inafune blade, the Inafune airship, and the fucking fact that in Victory they reference and how in Victory they reference the fact that PSN went down, which makes me wonder what kind of jokes were they making Victory 2.
I'll never tell.
Let's not forget all of the HDD outfits in Victory, all referencing like the different systems. Like Tuya had a Dreamcast outfit.
Yeah, I swear to God, if Neptunia Victory 2 makes a jab at Konami, I would declare it most amazing thing ever. Because since that whole fiasco happened after the game was getting an English dub, I think the English dubbers would actually, the people who are localizing it would probably crack a few jokes at that simply because it's stuff that happened afterwards. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's definitely one of the top games that I'm looking forward to. Like, that's probably like right next to fucking Fire Emblem right now.
Speaking of waifus, Jack.
Oh no!
Yes.
What'd you buy your PS4 for? Don't lie.
I know what I bought my Vita for.
Yes, but this game isn't on Vita.
It is.
Yes,
but it is.
Yeah, but that's the shitty version.
It's true. The inferior version. Senran Kagura Estival Versus.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, wasn't Xseed supposed to bring that out last year?
Yeah, they said winter 2015, and it didn't happen.
I was supposed to have my summer and winter.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? Anyway, yeah, we talked about like both Senran games, Senran 2 and Senran Estival Versus last time, but Senran Estival Versus has another time frame-ish. It does not have a date again. But you can pre-order it, which, brings me hope.
Pre-order your titties now.
Yeah, and like it's on PS4 and Vita, and I'm pretty sure everyone here is going to get the PS4 version. I don't know about Cloud, because he doesn't have either Vita or PS4. Anyway, Cass Froggy's in the game, that's all I need to know.
Yep.
Well, apparently she's not in the opening, though.
Well, she is for like 5 seconds.
Really? I didn't even see her.
Yeah, no, she's there for like a millisecond, and then she's gone.
Oh, wow. I did not see her at all.
Yeah. It's pretty dumb, honestly.
It's pretty, like, I want to fucking kill someone. Pretty bad. But Senran's going to be fun. It's going to be, like, sure. All it has to do is be, like, Shinobi Versus, but better in every way, shape, and form.
Pretty much.
With HD boobies on my TV screen.
Oh.
Alright, this is the part where someone asks me something. Because I've been doing all the fuck. I've been fucking leading this train.
So, Landon, what do you think of that Zeldu?
What about Zeldu? Man, I really hope in fucking poop.
I agree.
But, like, honestly, since the last time, like, Zelda was on our last list, and they're like, oh, by the way, Zelda's not coming out till 2016. We're like, fuck. And now it's like, well, we still don't know, like, a whole lot about it. But
this seems like a running trend here. Oh, this game was supposed to have come out last year, but we're still waiting for it.
A lot of these games are like that. But
returning veterans.
These are the returning veterans of the most anticipated video. I will say this: I kind of left this slot open and just said Zelda because they announced Twilight Princess HD, and I've been wanting to give that game another go, even though I just picked up the GameCube game. I I think out of the Zeldas specifically the two that were on the GameCube ish. I'm not counting the Master Quest version of Ocarina of Time. Between Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, Wind Waker didn't need an HD port. Twilight Princess did, but we got our Wind Waker HD port, and that was glorious and awe-inspiring. And then Twilight Princess now has it, and it's oh, okay, that's about time.
It looks, you see it, and it's just it looks kind of the same.
It looks when you I've watched the comparison videos, and you can tell there's a lot more texture and there's a lot more work in the HD version that you was very muddy in the Wii GameCube version, just because of how the difference between the systems is, and because of the art style, really. Yeah. But I'm excited for Twilight Princess, but HD. But I'm also still looking forward to Zelda Wii U. Although honestly, I know everyone's oh my god, an open world game. It's cool. We didn't have enough of those already.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but this is Zelda.
So I don't care.
That immediately makes it better.
Does it?
Yes.
But I don't have skills.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna agree with Cloud, honestly, because in a lot of people's major complaint with Skyward Sword is that it was too linear, and I don't disagree. And so they're just kind of addressing that complaint, whether or not
I'm just gonna say this. I didn't play Skyward Sword, and when I heard that it was kind of linear,
it is pretty linear.
I stopped being interested in it, because the Zelda games that I played enough that I was actually interested in, they are all even if they have a linear story, they have a very explorative nature to them. I feel like Zelda as a series should be an explorative game. I liked playing the original. Ocarina of Time was decent. I played I can't remember how Minish Cap was.
It's pretty linear.
Yeah.
Probably more. Yeah, it's more so than the other ones I've played. But I like the idea of Zelda U because it reminds me of the explorative feel of Zelda, because it's gonna be open world like that. And I think that's actually a perfect fit for the series, because in Zelda it's all about adventure and just going wherever the fuck you want to go. And I think it's actually going to I think they're going to. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, but I think that I want to have faith that it's going to work out very well.
The point I was making, though, is the fact that it's the way you were stating it was, it's because it's Zelda, because it's open world.
It's not going to have a concrete
Well, no,
it's that basically you're trying to say.
It's because it's Zelda, therefore it should be better than other open world games, which is the point I'm getting at. Do we need you've been force fed open world games the last year and a half? How
it's the shooter plague again.
It's we Witcher 3, we had Fallout 4, we had Xenoblade Chronicles, even though it's some of these games are arguably good. Assassin's Creed, we've had those every single year. Do we need?
You got Mad Max.
Mad Max came out. Batman.
That's a valid point.
Batman. We've had a crap ton of open world games, and everyone's oh my god, it's an open world game. It's cool, but do we necessarily need this many open world games? That's my point. Not the fact that it's it'll be feel more like Zelda. Yeah, it'll feel more like the original Zelda, where you had this world and you had no idea where the fuck to go, the original Zelda. And then like several of the games are fairly open world. Skyward Sword being the last one was much less so because you basically picked where you got to go, and then the areas themselves were more or less open world. Like they were fairly open to explore. But like you just went to said point, and then you just went to said point. But all the other games, yeah, before that were fairly more or less open world. Yeah.
Oh, my foot's asleep.
Good job. Tell your foot to wake up and tell us about. I don't know.
Well, we have, if we look at our list, we still have
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, Gravity Rush 2, and Fire Emblem to talk about.
Oh, look, another open world game.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, yeah.
All right, we might as well just go right into this one. This one. This is not actually open world technically. This is open space.
This is open universe.
Open space.
Open space.
Open space.
So yeah.
God damn it, foot.
Yeah.
What can we say about this game that we didn't say in our 2015 anticipated games? Because once again, returning veteran.
It exists still.
It's too big, but I think that's probably what's going to keep me going at it because I have OCD, and if I feel like I'm not making enough progress, I'm going to keep going at it.
It's true. He will. He'll play it for like ever.
On how long to beat, under like the completionist section, it's literally going to say like infinity hours.
You die before you like your grandchildren's children's times infinity will never complete the game for you.
Justin's going to be that one person that gets in a Kotaku article written after him for actually 100%ing No Man's Sky.
I've got like 6 different medical devices plugged into me.
He's gonna live forever. But no Man's Sky like is still like it's gonna be fun. I'm sure it'll be like I don't know what to say. It looks good. Like after IGN did their like first like their month of reporting on it, I was pretty stoked about it. I'm still am. They just haven't like posted anything like major about it except for June ish. Which is fine. Like, I don't really have anything coming out in June at the moment. So, awesome. Before we talk about Fire Emblem, which I wanted to save for last anyway, Gravity Rush 2 was announced for the PS4. Gravity Rush is also coming out in a remaster for the PS4 as well. Gravity Rush I really liked on the Vita, and so I'm excited to play through another game because I was like, they really need to make a Gravity Rush 2, whether it's another Vita title or they port it over to the PS4. And for those who don't know, it's pretty much like your Spider-Man games, but you control gravity instead of slinging webs. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's what, like, when I was playing through Gravity Rush, like, it's like, this reminds me of, like, Spider-Man games. I can go pretty much wherever I want.
Yeah, that's true. Except the only good Spider-Man open world game really is still Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's what, like, it reminded me of.
No.
All right, talk about it. Go for it.
Oh, boy. Boy. Well, the one thing that's put me in a pickle, it's like, which one do I play first?
Oh, we're talking about
like,
Fire.
Yeah, talking about Fire Emblem now. Fire Emblem Fats.
So it's like, well, I have over 1,000 hours on Awakening, and I have 3 routes to go through that are about as long as Awakening. I'm going to be here for a while.
Do you do Conquest first? Or you do Birth first?
You know, I've kind of been thinking of doing Conquest, if only because I'm eventually, one day, in this near lifetime, I'll get back to Genealogy of the Holy War, which, because that's actually the children shit and from Awakening and shit like that is taken directly from Genealogy of the Holy War, because that's the one that introduced second-gen characters.
Well, I would hope it would be during this lifetime. We don't want you to have you dead, and then you're like in the afterlife, and you're like, shit, I never finished Genealogy of the Holy War.
Although, honestly, I still think Genealogy of the Holy War did it better because your kids actually grow up as opposed to fucking, we're time-traveling kids, or we grew up in a parallel dimension. It's like, what?
What? Okay.
What do you call it? Also, Awakening's timeline is so fucked with all the shit that's happening with the kids and pretty much everything else, so it's like, oh, god damn. It's like almost, well, actually, I think it is as bad as 06 sometimes.
When you do the DLC quest with helping out the children from the other time, like from the future, with the children from the future.
And then you make the kids have a conversation with themselves.
And they're like, wait a second.
Please stop. My brain is leaking out of my ears. But anyway, but yeah, there's 3 routes. I don't believe the third one's going to be available immediately. I think that's going to be something.
So what they said was it's not available. Like if you purchase one of the games individually, it'll come out later. I think sometime in March. But if you buy like the special collector's edition, all 3 of them are on the one cart, so you have access to it from the get-go. But yeah.
Although I think it does the same. It's the same thing I had my opinion on of when a Resident Evil 6 patch added the Ada thing immediately, as opposed to beating everything else first. I actually think it's better if you did both routes before you did the third route.
Definitely. No, I would say, in terms of what it seems like, Birthright's probably like the best one to start off with, then go into Conquest, then Revelation.
Yeah.
That's the order I would say to do them in, just because Birthright, especially if you haven't played a Fire Emblem game before, first of all, pick up Awakening, play through that, get good.
Yeah.
And then play Birthright, because that one's going to be the most similar, and then Conquest is going to be more like traditional Fire Emblem games, like anything else besides Awakening, and then Revelation.
Yeah. So, since I'm going to be getting good again at Genealogy of the Holy War, I actually thought maybe I'd start with Conquest first, since there's no grinding in Conquest like there is in the other one. Unless you have DLC, in which case that kind of gets turned on its head.
I would say, well, I'm just saying for like the general audience, for how they should probably play through it if they're going to play through all 3 versions.
Well, yeah.
Like, obviously, whatever you want.
Well, then again, Conquest is piss easy if you decide to play on Phoenix mode.
It's true.
Pretty much, yeah. I like to think that Phoenix mode is the story mode button, because there's no real defeat condition, because I have seen it. Because it revives every character that dies every turn, which I think is fucking broken as hell. It actually eliminates the defeat condition of your Lord being taken out. If your Lord gets taken out, the game will still go on. So you have no defeat conditions unless there's another one that exists.
Yeah, just like you failed to complete in 5 turns or whatever.
Yeah, so pretty much you're invincible. But I think I'm just going to be... well, I guess as a closing thing, I don't think it's so much as the game is going to take me a long time to complete. It's farming all them supports and levels that's going to take me forever.
That's usually what it is.
So which game will consume your life more in 2016, that or No Man's Sky?
Who's to say I won't be...
Well, see here. The key word here is 2016. Where Fates is obviously going to be taking up more time. But if we're talking about the course of his life, No Man's Sky is going to win.
Fair enough.
Especially since Fire Emblem Fates comes out next month, and No Man's Sky is June.
I expect at least 100 hours in the first week.
I do too. Come on, man.
Yep.
I will try.
Do not disappoint us.
I will be playing Xenoblade Chronicles X while playing Fates with my feet.
while playing No Man's Sky with your tongue.
Well, because I'll be using the gamepad for Xenoblade.
Yep.
While I play on the PS4.
Exactly.
And then you can play Witcher 3 with your dick.
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know, shrug.
I thought I told you I got sick of that game. I uninstalled it off my computer.
I know.
All right. Does anyone else have something to say about Fire Emblem?
Nope.
It's sexy, and I know it.
Get ready for more waifus.
Oh, the best part about Fire Emblem, well, Fates anyway, lesbian sex.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Gays.
That's right. You can
Gay.
You can have gay couples.
This game is gay.
Hey, man, Fates is the whole reason why the United States said, let there be gays.
It's true.
Not really, but yeah. Anyway, as a closing statement, I'm sure there's other games that are coming out that we're excited for. I know I've got a couple on my list that we didn't talk about, but
Same.
But this is just like a generic, this is an overview of the entire channel. I'm trying to fit as many games into this video as I could without going too over. Although Justin likes to rant, so oh well.
Yeah.
In the comments, wherever they are, when you're watching this video, you could tell us what you're looking forward to in 2016. Or if 2016's over, you can say, hey, all these games sucked. But then why would you be watching this video if it's not 2016?
True that.
Shrug. Anyway, so any final closing statements from any of you guys? Go.
Poop.
Let's do this. What's the game you're most anticipated for? Go.
Hachina Hero.
Mighty
Honestly, as much as I love Neptunia, I think it's Fates for me.
And then Cloud said Mighty Number 9. I would probably have to say Senran or Tharsis, but just because Tharsis is coming out Tuesday. So...
It's a recency bias.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, that one's coming up. But besides that, probably Senran, and then Zelda for my long-term whenever game. All right. That's our show. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't look us up on Facebook. Don't look at our Twitter. Or do. I don't know. I don't control your life.
Don't use
Nice
those.
use of reverse psychology.
Thanks. I try.
Oh shit, now they know.
Shit! Fuck! Just end the video.